Well, good morning. Good subjects today. Short, quick, but very, very important. Uh, One of the first things I want to talk about is renewals, because and when we get past for the annual renewals, one of the things I'm seeing that we've got away from, but we got to get back to duplicating real well. And this is something you coordinate with your upline and your own check. Okay. And many people are missing this. And I see this almost week to week now. And as everybody knows, we do the company does the auto ship, and they do most of the coin drops sometimes on the first week and the 15th. Okay. Well, lots of points get in there. This is going to be very important to you as you build up your businesses. Yeah, if you look in your account on in your profile, you're going to find out that your membership date and renewal date, you can always see it in your when you click on edit, and there's a button there called renew now. Okay, now it does not automatically renew on your date. The company processes these batch on the first of the month following the month in which you are supposed to renew. And so what you want to do is you want to renew yourself and work with your coordinate with your upline to I hate this. I have to stop sharing because it won't let me. When I do that, it won't let me go in and say I'm done. Now I'm done, and it brings me back to the screen. I'll share again. There are some limitations with Zoom, of course, but I'll get back to sharing again so I could get out of that edit function. Okay, and so with the edit function, back off now. Let me try to get back to size of the screen. Well, you know my computer's going to go haywire when I'm trying to record something, don't you? Typical technology. Aggravating as all heck sometimes, isn't it? Why don't I do this? There we go. If one thing fails, do another. What you need to do is coordinate two things. You go to your downline, and everybody can do this themselves. You go to your downline explorer on your main center, the top center where you're working, that you're controlling your business from, that you get your paycheck from. And everybody should just be working that one unless you've done the rules 6 weeks in a row with 500 or more without a hiccup. That means no $250 check, no skipping a check. That means you don't work and open another center until you've got that done, because you don't have enough base for duplication. And so you will go to and you do it by sides. And so let's just take right side only, and you must click inactive also. Okay, because there'll be a lot of inactives that like in business family packs that may be inactive this particular week and maybe not the next week. And then you go to the question, who is renewing soon? Now, this is August the 14th. So anyone that renewal date was August the 1st through the 14th will not be in this list. Okay. And so if I was doing this for me, look at all the renewals that are due. And so I'd click on this person's name and I'd see they're due the 14th to date. Okay. Well, what you want to do at the beginning of each month, before the month is, you want to keep a rolling 30-day list. See what I've got? I've got a rolling 30-day list. I write the name down, the date, and right here, standard, I do 50 points. If it's premium, I do 150. If it's standard plus, I do 100. Yes, you can still renew with standard plus. You can't join with a standard plus, but you can renew with a standard plus. And so that's very important in optimizing your paycheck. And that's what I'm looking for you and for your support group, your people above you, people who sponsored you, and people who are supporting you. Okay, this is your chance to pay back because you're going to renew. So why let the company process it on the 1st? And remember, when you renew, you are active for 32 more days. So if you are in a crunch and you need activity and you can't, this is really tight a month for you, well, remember that that substitutes your activity in your auto ship. So you could delay your auto ship and you get to change your auto ship. Oh, yeah, it's another change auto ship opportunity. And so if your sponsor calls you and asks you to renew, now you go in to edit, click on that renew now, it renews you. Even if let's say your renewal date is August the 14th, and let's say August the 21st, and they call you on August the 14th. Well, maybe they only need 50 points to make their check instead of loyalty points. That's a good help because wouldn't you want people to do that for you in the future? Okay. And it gives you that activity. Now, your first is to look at you because you've got business family pack, you got centers on your left and right, and you look at, does that help you make a check? That helps you make a check. You're in control of it right there, of your own renewals. So don't let it slide when the company batch processes all of them on the same day, which is the 1st, which is your highest volume month, and you're going to flush points. Okay. And or your support group ends up flushing points. And so renew now, own your date, or here's the dates to renew now during the month. Not the 1st week, not the week with the pay on the 1st. That's a high point week. On the 8th, on the 21st, and on the 26th. Those are the weeks, 8th, 21st, and 26th. Those are preference weeks to renew now. Why? Those are your lowest volume weeks in auto renewals, in auto shippers, because people aren't changing their auto ship to equalize auto ship. I'll go over that. That's second training today. Okay. This is renewals. Okay. Important. Go through each one, click on them, and get their name, get their date, and that way, if they're in your group, you know who they are if they're in your left and right team. And they're going to be in your left and right team because that's all you see. Okay, but you'll know who sponsored them also because it tells you their enroller. Okay, and so you'll know who to call as their sponsor because their sponsor should be looking at this too. and helping them get their maximum paycheck and minimizing flush volume. Maximum paycheck, minimizing flush volume. You want, again, you want to renew now. Every individual wants to renew their own. You may have to call and train them. This only happens once a year, remember, and it does not change their date. If their date is the 21st and they renew on the 9th, renew now, their annual date still is the 21st. It doesn't change any of that. Okay. And so that's an important thing to remember too. Now, again, it does their activity. It creates their activity. So if they do it on, you wouldn't want, see, this is a week of the 8th right here, August. And the way I look at it, you'll notice some weeks you have 2 corner of the months or auto shippers falling in the same paycheck week. Well, that's a real big volume thing. Especially when the 1st and the 8th never happens that way. Okay. Because there's 8 days separate. But what happens, you'll have the 8th and the 15th. The 8th and the 15th also doesn't fall that way because there are 7 days between them for a whole week. Even if the 8th starts on a Saturday, the 15th falls on another day. But where it happens a lot is the 15th and 21st, the 21st and the 26th, the 26th and the 1st. Now that happens. Okay. And so when the 26th and the 1st line up together, wow, there's quite a bit of points there. Okay. So that's also a thing you look at on the calendar at the beginning of the month to see if there's any what you call double whammies. Double whammies meaning the auto ships occur in the same payroll week. Okay, hopefully that gave you a real good clue about how to do that, how to duplicate that, and to keep this. This is the only, I mean, you can print these things, you can screenshot them if you want, but you don't get the detail, you just get the name. You don't get the date, okay? You know they're in order, like this one I know is, okay, August, well, it should have been, that's August 13th. That's very unusual. It's normally date ordered, but every once in a while it'll show up. Some of those that happen like that. See, that's still August the 14th. So these are a lot here, August the 14th, but I've got a lot of people in my group. I should have looked somewhere down line instead of mine, okay? Because I really manage it by Pamela's, who's on my right, and then I manage the ones on my left, okay? I don't do where you got bank side, where you got your big points. You don't have to worry about that side, okay? That really is your bank side. It isn't going to make a difference in your check. So when your support, someone in your upline support on your bank side asks you to renew, you're looking at activity and helping them. That's it. Okay. Because it doesn't matter to you. You just gonna bank more points. Okay. Which is cool. Because ultimately you want to flip-flop. That's when it's really good. Though you rob the bank by getting commission jacked. That's a good thing to happen. Like it's happened to me, like it's happened to Pamela, like it's happened to quite a few people. And that's what you want ultimately in your business long term. You want it flip-flopping which side's your bank side. And you want that happening to you. Okay. The 2 places is profile and the downline, and then you get a chance to Once you do that, you get a chance to alter or change your auto ship. So for example, if you did it on the 16th or the 17th, then you could reset your auto ship for the 15th. Okay, how you do that? And notice, I get my Silver Eagles right along with my auto ship. And if we look at Pamela's, let's go look at Pamela's. You know, uh, her login. You're going to see I do what I teach. Okay, we get free silver bullion, free meaning we get it at cost. Every month we dollar cost average buying silver. So this is just the accumulation, the savings. Instead of putting money in IRAs, 401ks, we collect, accumulate wealth in silver and gold. Now I do that, a lot of it in Sound Money Wallet, where we buy more. But this is where we get the part that we want to hold in our hands, keep at our house. And so I hope that gave you a really restart of how to do this. Use this, teach it with your team. So and those of you not into renewals yet, that will come. And that's the beauty part of it, is you got renewals, you got new business, you got auto shipper, and that's what builds up a residual income in time for you. So have a great day. Next subject coming up soon.